Hi, I'm Aristotelis Pitaridis. In this video we are going to explain what is a layout file and how to use it in our projects. The layout is a way to simplify the web page development. Imagine a site with 20 pages which has only a small part with dynamic information. All the other parts of the page remain unchanged, like the menu, the header, the footer, and some graphics that make the site beautiful. In case that we want to make a change to the header of the page, we will have to go and change all the 20 pages so that they will update with the new contents. This is where layout comes to solve the problem. The layout contains the entire HTML that our page contains, and we define the dynamic parts of the page which will be changed by the view. Let's examine the contents of the default layout that comes with the ASP.NET MVC template. We can find the template file in the shared subfolder within the Views folder. We can see that the content of the file contains a well-structured HTML document. Let's see some tools that ASP.NET MVC framework offers us for setting the dynamic data in our page. In line 6 we can see the use of viewBag, which displays the contents of the variable title stored in the viewBag that we set in the controller. In lines 24, 25 and 26 we can see the use of an HTML helper called ActionLink, which is used in order to generate a link in our page. In these three lines we can see that the HTML helper takes three parameters. The first parameter is the text that we will see on the screen when we view the page. The second parameter is the action that the link will point to, and the third parameter is the controller that we want to link. Let's debug the application so that we will see the output that the HTML helper will create. We can see that the first link that the helper generates does not create a full URL. This happens because this link has the default values for the controller and action which has been defined in the root config file. Let's see the root config file, which is located in the app.start folder. As we can see, the default values for the controller is home and the default action is index. This is the reason that the framework does not include them in the URL. Let's go back to the layout. In line 20 we can see a different syntax of the ActionLink helper, which defines some more information that the framework will have to include in the link. We ask from the helper to include the class with the name navbar-brand in the link. Let's see the code that the framework generates for us. We can see that the framework again generates the link and includes the class that we ask to be included in the link. We have to mention that we add the add character in front of the class because it is a reserved keyword. If we want to set another property to the link, we could add it. Let's add an inline style so that we will understand how it works. We will test it in the browser and we will see that the background color will change to the one that we defined. Using the same logic, we can define as many properties as we want for the generated link. Let's go back to the layout. In line 33, we will find the render body command, which defines the position of the contents that the view will generate. In line 42 we can see how to define the location of other dynamic contents for the page. In this line we define the position that the view will be able to place a section with the name scripts. The second parameter, which is optional, informs the framework that the definition of the section is not required. Let's use this section in the index view of the home controller. We will write code just to show an alert dialog box. Let's debug the application to see the result. We can see that every time that we visit the home page, an alert dialog appears on the screen, but nothing happens when we visit one of the other pages of the site. Let's delete the section from the view so that we will stop the appearance of the dialog box in the future examples. We can have as many sections as we want so that we will make dynamic as many portions of the page as we want.